What do you do when you don't play music? Do you have any other hobbies or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, when we're not touring, I take care about the company. So I normally I do like all the paperwork of the band and the company and all
Uh-huh.
stuff. That's my main job besides the band playing alive.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I am composing music, writing music, all this stuff as well. But my hobbies are like mostly video games and going out. Like I really like to go out, hang out, spend time with my girlfriend, going out dinner, party. I love party. I love to drink beer. So it's like, yeah. I'm very lucky to that having to work like a musician allows you to do this. And if I want to go out on Tuesday, I can go out on Tuesday because I don't have to wake up early in the morning Wednesday. That kind of thing. So I really try to enjoy my time with my friends and my family and my girlfriend. I don't doing things, traveling, but mostly just going out, hanging out, all that stuff. But yeah, I do love video games. So I just bought a new PS5. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, I didn't have time to try it. I think this weekend is going to be the time that I'm going to try it. So yeah, and I also got like a Nintendo Switch as well.
Uh-huh.
To play video games. And I don't have much time. And sometimes, when you have time, you feel tired or whatever.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, it's really one of my favorite things to do. And of course, going to shows and festivals and watching other bands play.
Of course. What is your favorite game? If you are talking about it,
A video game, you mean?
Yes, big video game. What is your favorite?
I would say my all-time favorite game. I would say two. I'm really a RPG guy.
Okay.
Like I really like the role-play gaming and all that stuff. So my favorite ones were the Neverwinter Nights and the same that they did with the Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
The one or two. For me, I think that's the best games that I played ever. But there are a lot of very, very cool games. Of course, everything like funny stuff and Nintendo. I really love Nintendo. So everything from Super Mario and all that stuff. I really like it. And any Star Wars related video game, I really love it as well. Any RPG like Pillars of Eternity, I don't know. It's like I'm a lot into that. Diablo, of course, and StarCraft, everything from Blizzard. I love it. It's, actually, I grew up playing Diablo. I grew up playing StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2. So yeah, I'm really looking forward this year for Diablo 4.
Yeah, perfect.
Out in June, I think. So,
yeah,
it's going to be a very good year for new video games.
Yes, perfect. Next question is, a little bit personal, but how hard is for you to make a living, through the music? Do you have a regular job or is music your,
Yeah. As I told you before, this is a way of living.
Yes.
We're very lucky for that because, we're like a big band in Spain, so we earn a lot here to make a living. But it's not only playing shows like I told you. I take care of all the paperwork, all the legal stuff of the company. My partners, they are, for example, Victor is also a drum teacher, so he's like a complementary job. In our studio, he teaches people how to play drums, how to play better and all stuff. And also Davey, the guitar player, is a guitar teacher as well. I think he only does like online lessons, and he's also doing a lot of stuff like selling methods and selling books for learning how to play. Like didactic things like videos and all this stuff. Yeah, and my brother, the bass player, also he just started like a hobby. He's very good doing things with wood, like I don't know, like furnitures and all that stuff. He started doing this for just like a hobby, and he's really good doing that. So sometimes he does like very cool furniture, tables, or I don't know, a lot of things. And he sells it. It's very good at it. But yeah, our main work, our main job is playing playing music. So this is why we are always touring as much as we can. This is what we do, and of course we need to pay some bills and bring some food to the table. It's all things that in Spain we earned enough to make it our way of living.
Yes, that's perfect. Not everyone is that lucky. That's really amazing.
Yeah, of course. And it's very hard, you know.
Yes, of course.
We don't have much luxuries, you know. It's like we have like a regular salaries, very normal salaries. We live in cheap cities. I mean, with this salary, I couldn't live in Madrid or Barcelona. It's impossible. But in my hometown, it's okay living with my salary. So I'm very happy with that.
Perfect. Do you remember that time, you know, the first punch when you said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be a musician"? Do you remember that?
Oh, actually, I think I never took that decision. It was something that just happened, you know. Like when I was a kid, of course, I wanted to play a guitar. Since I started listening to all those bands. So when I was 12. I started learning how to play guitar, and when I was 13 or 14, I got this guitar, and I started my band, Angelus Apatrida. I started when I was 16 years old. It was one of my very first times, my very first band. I used to play with other friends and stuff, but there was no like. My first band was Angelus Apatrida with all these guys. We're together since we were 16 years old.
That's awesome. Yes.
So we started playing together, like having no ambition, having nothing, just having fun and playing some covers of our favorite bands. And then we started writing our own music, and suddenly we started to play some shows. I don't know. There was never a moment that say, "Okay, I'm gonna do this." Maybe the day that Century Media Records contacted us and they said, "Okay, we think that you're good enough to enter our label," and I was like, "Wow, this is serious," you know. It happened in 2008. Maybe that moment when we had to do a decision and we quit our jobs because it was not compatible. It was not. We couldn't do both things, like having a regular job and a touring band, because they say you need to tour a lot, you need to spend a lot of time outside from home, recording for whatever we need from you. Or imagine if there is a tour in the United States, there is a tour in Europe. Every time we release an album, you have to tour. So unless you got the best job in your world, you will need to quit. And it was a very hard decision, but I said, okay, fuck it.
It was worthy.
Yeah, in 2010, we signed it in 2009. And then when the first tour came, it was in August of 2010, we quit our jobs. I was like, bye-bye.
Adios.
So maybe that's the time that we were forced to say, okay, now we're like professional musicians. There's no other way for doing this. But no, there was never like a pretension of being a musician. It's like, I just want to play guitar. I'm a heavy metal guy, and I just want to hang out with my friends and playing shows and going to festivals and enjoying heavy metal music, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah. So there was no like pretension. No, we need to be a band and we need to be the best band and blah, 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 blah. No, it never happened. So it was not like this. It just happened. Like,
naturally. Yes. Perfect. That's a good story. Yes, of course. You know, your latest album came out almost 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Are you planning
2 years ago.
Are you planning something new?
Yeah, of course. Actually, we're writing new music right now these days. Yeah, we're finishing all the new songs for a new album. Cool. We're gonna enter the studio in April.
April, okay.
Yeah, in April we're gonna go to the studio and start recording a new album. I'm not sure when it's gonna be out, but I think it's gonna be out by the end of the year, something like that.
Okay.
October, November, something like that. It will be together with European tour. So just keep an eye on our socials to know what's gonna happen in the next week. But yeah, we're working on a new album. We already got like 10 or 12 songs. And
Perfect.
It's gonna be heavy as fuck.
How does it sound like yet?
Very heavy.
Amazing. Best album of your career.
Yeah. I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be the best album of our career. But I have a very, very good vibes about that because there are a lot of powerful sounds with a lot of strong riffs. I think it's a continuation of our previous album. So it's, they still got that violence and that speed and that power.
So still
there's also time. Yeah. There are a lot of songs like super straight and heavy metal sounds. But there is a lot of melodies again.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very interesting album. So I don't know if it's going to be the best. I think it's going to be the best, of course, in my opinion. Every new album for me is the best because it's the best we can do.
Yeah, of course.
At the moment. But let's see what people see. But I think that people will be really, really surprised, and I think that they will love the new songs.
Perfect. Can't wait when I hear it. Yes. What does the songwriting looks like in your band? You know, you came up with the idea, or do you jam like a band together?
No, normally we don't jam together. The most important thing is because we don't live in the same city.
Oh, okay.
Only Victor and me live in the same city. David lives in Valencia, and Jose lives in Tocuyamus, is another city. So it's quite difficult to
understand
to play together. The second thing is that we don't like to rehearse. We're not like a rehearsed band.
Yeah.
You know, we play a lot, but at home, separately, and because we play a lot together. And we don't feel the need of rehearse. Of course, every time you're going to a new tour, or if you want to do a new song or whatever, of course you have to go together.
Necessary,
and rehearse and try to put everything like a clockwork. But no, it's for us it's like healthier not to rehearse a lot altogether. And for the writing music, we do exactly the same. We prefer to just write the riffs and the music alone at home, and then we just have like online meetings or something like that, and then with all the music together, everybody gets the new ideas and the stuff. So, for example, now I'm working in some songs, and I do like I like to make the whole song, you know. So this is my way of doing this song, and this is going to be this part and this part and this part, and this is how the voice will be, blah blah blah, and this is how the drums. I like the drums to be. That this is like in sketch. So when I send it to everybody, then everybody, for example, Victor, the drummer, he writes new drums, better one according to his style and all that stuff, and then we start rehearsing them, and then we find out that we need this or we need more things, and so then. Like the early idea, the first idea comes at home for me, for David, but then everybody makes the whole song.
Yes, so, that's perfect. You're working all together like a team. Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, we did it sometimes in the past, like jamming all together, and there were a couple of songs like that came like that, but I think the way we work, it's easier for us, and I think it's better because it's like when you're jamming, you don't have maybe enough time for trying new things because you don't have a machine. I mean, if I want to try something on the drums, for example, because I got this riff, it's nowadays it just takes 5 minutes for me for doing this. But if you have to tell and explain to the drummer, for example, what do you need and you need now, so it's like it's not possible. So it would be the thing like Victor, the drummer, can say, okay, play this. It's like I can't do this now in 1 minute. I need like half an hour, practice it and understand it. So yeah, I think it's for that way of composing things, it's much easier for us. We're always communicating each other and sending all the music each other. always, what do you think about this? Okay, change that part, move that part, do this longer, do this shorter.
Perfect. So yeah, buddy, we are at the end. Do you have anything you want to say to the fans or something? You don't have to.
Yeah, no, of course. No. It's like first of all, I want to thank you for your time and
thank you. It was a pleasure for me. Yeah.
No, of course, and all the people from Brutal Assault for just giving us the opportunity for going and playing there and showing what we got in the Brutal Assault, and of course the David and the people from the TV, from Rebel TV for having this for having me and having some time to talk about Angelus Apatrida and our plans, and of course to all the people from Czech Republic, just like thanks for being there, and we really can't wait for being back there. Of course, we see each other this summer in Brutal Assault, and we will see each other soon as well in the European tour we're going to do with the new album. So just take a look to our social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're always every day posting some things and making some announcements. So that's the way we can be just keeping an eye on each other. So thanks everybody. See you very soon.
Perfect, Guillermo. Thank you very much for your time. It was a pleasure for me to chat with you. Take care. Thanks everyone for watching, and goodbye.